Welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here, and I'm really glad that I'm here. I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Good to see you, everybody. I see we've got people already in the comments. Emery Thompson, looks like you were the first one here. Good to see you. Do me a favor. Never mind. I could check it myself. Thank you. I can hear audios coming through. So anyway, orange is my new green. David White, Ritterbit, John, good to see you. John's already starting with the hashtag. That may not be the right answer tonight, though, John, so you're going to have to hang in there. Anyway, Derek Lincoln, good to see you. Gary Eason, I'm glad you made it. So here's the thing. You noted that I called this live stream, which is, by the way, live stream number 21. You may have noticed that I called it Totally Unprepared or something like that. In fact, I think that's exactly what it was, Totally Unprepared. That's because I knew that today I had a meeting at work and I had to be 2 hours north of here, and the meeting was at 4 o'clock, or 4:30. And I thought it was going to be brief, ended up, running a little bit long, and I left my location, and my GPS said that I would return here by 6:58 p.m. So it was a little stressful, but I thought, all right, as long as the GPS is right, and if I make it by 6:58, I had set some things up this morning before I left. I made sure the camera was set up. I tested it so that hopefully I could just come in, turn the lights on, turn the camera on, and go. Worked out well. Actually made some time. Got home at, was more like 6:53. So I guess traffic eased up. I put a little Jerry Reed on the radio, and we were southbound and down. But anyway, it was okay. It was okay. One little hiccup could have changed the whole night, but I made it. I'm here. You're here, and we'll have a good time chatting just a bit. So welcome to live stream number 21 on Monday, June 7th, 2021. A few more people have jumped on. Carlson's Workshop, good to see you. MJA, Mitch, good to see you. Chris from Watershed Overlook. Ross on the Land. Kevin Brewer, did I say that already? I'm not sure. Vinny, how you doing, Vinny? How you doing? Sorry, I can't help it, Vinny. I can't help it. Let me jump back and say, Ross, my goodness, how nice was that you put out that video of your BX and the backhoe, and you had a very nice shirt on, which I thought I was going to wear one of those tonight, but I didn't even have time to change when I got home. This looks a little nicer anyway. But anyway, Ross had a My Cluttered Garage t-shirt on, gave a nice shout out to the channel, and I really appreciate that. So go out and check out the channel, Ross on the Land, and check out that video with the BX. But I'm really impressed by that little backhoe. I don't have a backhoe for my B2601. I know I've said that time and time again, but looks really, really impressive to me. So kind of would like to have a little backhoe like that. I'm sure I would. Sorry, I'm just checking a note here because I can't do too many things at once. All right, checking our Facebook output. Doing well. Anyway, thank you so much for that, Ross. I really do. I really appreciate it. Very much so. I hope I'm making that clear, how much I sincerely thank you for that. Yeah, Breaker. I'm looking at David White's comment. He might have said Breaker 19, Smokey on his tail. Yeah, I was looking for the Smokies there, David. Did you know that theoretically, now we're here in New Jersey, I've shared that before. People are often surprised by that because they don't realize a lot of times that New Jersey has these great farms and farmland. People like to make fun of New Jersey, but I'll tell you, it's a great state. Yeah, we have high taxes, Yeah, auto insurance is through the roof. But I'll tell you this. New Jersey is like, to me, it's like the whole country in one little state. It's so neat, that we've got cities close by, like with Philadelphia, New York, all drivable. We've got beaches and oceans on the Atlantic side. We've got mountains up north. We've got forests in the southeastern part of the state, big, the pinelands, farms, open spaces. We have it all. Refineries, companies, all kind of good stuff. I'm going to adjust my camera. Seriously, though, I think it's a fantastic state. I really do. I think it's great. The Mindful Homestead. Hello, Jack. How are you? Terrible. What are you saying is terrible? Oh, hashtag the Garden State. That's funny. Anyway, I'm reading the comments backwards. Hey, Hacksman, Adam, good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you found some time for us. Adam is busy putting out fantastic content, as always. What was the last one, Adam? It was the chicken coop, which was really well done. When a cabinet maker makes a chicken coop, it's going to be good. You did the hot dog thing with the blade. What do you call it? Somebody type it in there. The table saw with the automatic thing. All right, it'll pop up in the comments now. You know what I mean? My cryptic message. It was a good one though. Very good. Thank you for sacrificing your saw stop. I said it. There you go. Oh, there it is in the comments too. Thank you, Chris. Hacksman said it too. Saw stop. Thank you for sacrificing one of your breaks for the video and a hot dog. I guess you sacrificed 5 hot dogs. I doubt you ate those after that. You should have sent them to me. I could put them on the grill for the next hot dog cam. Would have been great. Anyway, that was a good one. Let's talk about a few things, shall we? Because I said I'm totally unprepared. I was a little bit prepared, but not much. Like honestly, this morning, before I left for work, I just looked up a couple things. Of course, I have these recurring themes of find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. The Facebook, let me slow down a bit. The Facebook group has grown little by little, and it's not like the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the primary channel or social media. What do you call it? I don't know, but YouTube is the primary place where all the content is. Facebook is neat because you can connect on a little bit of a different level. And Instagram, we just post some fun pics now and then. But you can find me on any of those places. You might have noticed now that I have the 10,000 subscribers, and thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. It's very humbling to see that. But one thing that YouTube allows you to do when you reach the magical number of 10,000 subscribers, you'll notice when you watch one of my videos, there's called a merch shelf. And on that shelf is merchandise and connected to my Teespring store. So if, like Ross on the Land, you want to buy a t-shirt or something, you can just go to shopmcg.com and, I got some t-shirts on there. This mug, I show it to you every single time. This mug, you can buy stickers. If you don't win them here, you can buy them. But just a fun little thing, and check it out if you're so inclined. If you do like the live stream, make sure you click that thumbs up. Do appreciate that very much. I've noticed a few of my videos lately have not gotten a thumbs down. I thought that was kind of interesting because every video gets some thumbs down, and that's okay. But I was happy to see, and I don't know if this still stands true, I haven't checked it, but the Memorial Day video had several likes and no thumbs down. So thank you to the kind and patriotic folks who refrained from giving that a thumbs down. I think also the Ranch Hope garden video where we volunteered to help out the local organization, I don't believe that one got any thumbs down either. So thank you for that. When we try and do good, then it's nice that people appreciate that. Again, I don't mind a thumbs down now and then. In fact, I may have some here tonight. Excuse me for coughing. If I were to talk about tonight's show, I would tell you that there's not much to talk about. I thought we would just kind of wrap in the comments here and see what you find folks are up to. and just have a little bit of fun with that. I do want to talk to you about an upcoming guest. We haven't had a live guest on the show for a while, and I've got somebody lined up for next week. We just kind of confirmed it. It's not, I think it's confirmed. Like we both said it, like, yeah, what about next week? So I think that's kind of a confirmation. Anyway, I want to talk about that a little bit, so don't let me forget about that. Before we go to that, let's go back to the comments because I don't want to get too lost with that. And look back to where we are here. Oh, yeah, thank you, Vinny, for standing up for New Jersey. What did he say? Who's making fun of New Jersey? Send them my way. Yeah, see, Vinny knows. New Jersey is a good little state. It's a neat little state. Yeah, David White, you've seen the Jersey Turnpike, full of Smokies. There are times when you see several of them, and, you just have to behave. I'm amazed that, did I say this already? I thought about it. But on the New Jersey Turnpike, where David's talking about these, theoretically, a person can go 85 miles an hour and still have people pass them. That could happen. I'm not saying that happened tonight on the way home. What I'm saying is, theoretically, a person could go 85 and still have people passing them. It's amazing, right? Oh, Margaret, see? Margaret knows. Margaret loves New Jersey. Margaret was the winner of our stickers last week. Derek, can you pump your own gas? Why would you? Why do you want to pump your own gas? That's one of the greatest things about New Jersey is, now, I guess legally you're not supposed to pump your own gas. We do it. I do it all the time, not with my vehicles, but when I bring the 5-gallon cans, I say to the gas station attendant, look, you start the pump, I'll be happy to pump these, and they're usually fine to let you do it. When I fill my diesel cans, I pump it myself. Other than that, though, how cool is it that you stay in your car and you hand them a credit card and you just say, fill it up or whatever you need, and you don't have to smell like gas or anything. And where we are, our gas prices are not the worst in the country. I can tell you that. Probably because we're near refineries, but still, it's another little perk. I've heard the governor say, different governors have said, no, we will never change that law about pumping your own gas. Who knows? Anyway, I grew up here. In fact, it's funny that our kids have taken trips, and I do this sometimes myself. We leave town, and you pull up to a gas pump in some other state, and we're sitting there in our car like, where are they? Like, aren't they going to come out? And they're like, oh, yeah, you got to do it yourself here. You have to do it yourself. Sorry. That's the Jersey in me. You got to do it yourself. Where's another good comment? I'm glad to see everyone saying hello to each other. It's always good to see that. Thank you. Oh, Margaret got her stickers. Very nice. Good to hear. Nice. All right. Let me go back. Keep things rolling here, because we like to keep the show kind of short, an hour, and it always leaves us thinking how fun that hour was and how fast it went. Do you want to talk about, I did look up a few fun facts because I know that you folks like fun facts. I don't have a whole lot. I went through a list. I have a little website that I use, and it's fun to see some fun facts. There are a lot for June. I think in the summer months, things just get busier. Some of the days I looked and there were hardly any fun facts. But today happens to be National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. Chocolate ice cream is not one of my favorites. I'm a vanilla guy myself. Vanilla or strawberry or peach or something like that. I mean, I'll eat chocolate ice cream and I'll love it when I eat it, but I never really want it. Like, I'll never ask for chocolate ice cream. If it's there, I love it. This is weird, and I didn't have a chance to look it up. It's National Thank God It's Monday Day. Happens twice a year, June 7th and January 4th, which is the first Monday of January and the first Monday of June. Why? I don't know. I didn't look it up. But thank God it's Monday, because today's that day. Here's another one. It's Trial Technology Day. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that new technology comes out like on a trial basis, or are we honoring technology in court trials? Don't know, but if you know what it means, you're a smart person. Trial Technology Day. It's also, and I wish I had time to do some research on these, it's VCR Day. I feel like that should be taken off the calendar. You know, maybe it was in the 80s we all celebrated the VCR, but not anymore. Does anybody have a VCR? Put that in the comments if you still have a VCR. Not only if you still have a VCR, if you ever actually use it. I mean, we're to a point where in our basement we've got 2 giant bins of DVDs, and I'm like struggling to get rid of them, yet I haven't popped that lid open for years. I still like physical media. You know, that's the one thing. I feel like DVDs were like the best, and they were the final physical media. I never even got into Blu-rays, but I did love having DVDs. And the days of physical media, I don't know if they'll come back or not. It's also National Automotive Service Professional Week for the whole week. Now we're getting into the weeks. It was the day. Now it's a week. So National Automotive Service Professionals Weeks. If you are an automotive mechanic, we are celebrating you this week. It's also Shampoo Week for this week. So if you haven't washed your hair for a long time, you can wash your hair this week and just know that you're celebrating shampoo. If you work on cars for a living, then we honor you this week, and you should go home and wash your hair. It's also Teacher Thank You Week, and I know we have a couple teachers here in the comments, one being John Ritter and his wife. That's been shared on their channel, that they are teachers. So thank you, John, for being a teacher. If we have any other teachers, let us know in the comments, because we would like to honor you. So if you work on cars, and if you're a teacher, you should wash your hair this week, because it's Shampoo Week, National Shampoo Week. And for the month of June, it is Pride Month. And as I've said in the past, I like that on this channel, we welcome everybody here of all races, genders, creeds, whatever it is. I'm really glad you're here. And again, if you have a tractor and if you like tractors, that's even better. But, you know, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is it's open to everybody. Let's see. Have you clicked that thumbs up yet? If you haven't, or if you're joining us late, don't forget to click that thumbs up. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of comments here. Let me see. I'm going to back up a bit because there's so many comments. So many comments. Yeah. There's a question from Muhammad. Aish, can you tell me what the 3 buttons next to the dashboard of my MX 5400? I sure don't know. You know, I have a B2601. Do we have any MX owners here? If you do, you could answer that question. I would imagine that would be one of them, would be the regen button. But boy, I don't know. I mean, thank you for watching and thank you for asking the question, but I sure don't know. I'm going to guess one of them is regen. I don't know what other buttons would be for, though, and I don't know the MX 5400 at all. So again, if somebody else does, if you could help out Muhammad, that would be great. David's asking if I ever did an update on the ROPS lights. No, I have not done anything with that. I can tell you that they're not always working right. I've got that rocker switch, and I don't know if there's something wrong with the switch or if a wire came loose, but a lot of times I hit that switch and the lights aren't coming on. I have to play with the switch. So I don't know, but I might actually change those lights, believe it or not. As nice as they are, I bought them because they had the amber setting and the light setting, and I thought that was really cool. But guess what? I don't need it. I don't use it. So I might change them. I actually bought some magnets, high-powered magnets to stick to the ROPS, and I might put a different type light on there, perhaps in an upcoming video. I don't know. Where are we? Oh, Emery had some chocolate ice cream earlier. See that? Celebrating National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. Emery is on top of things. Thanks, Emery. Chocolate ice cream industry thanks you too. Oh, hello, Tommy there at Indie Tommy Tips. He's got quite a long comment here. He has his earlier comment said this happened to a friend that has tipped over a B7100 model with a loader attachment. Just happy he was able to push it off. Need weight on the rear to prevent it from happening again. That is true, and you know I've done several videos where I've talked about tip overs and the danger of that. It's all over the internet. It's really a serious. It's not a problem. It's something to take seriously. A serious issue. I read off some stats on a few of my videos where I think was it 1 out of 10 tractor owners will experience a tip over. I don't know if that's right, but I do know that a large number, high percentage of tip overs involve experienced tractor operators. So I think it might even be higher than inexperienced tractor operators, because when you first get a tractor, you might be a little more cautious. And then as we know, you have something for a while and you get more comfortable with it, you tend to get more sloppy with it. I mean, I'm guilty of that myself. You know, I start doing things faster. I've had several minor incidents where I was either going too fast, being careless, and I often have to tell myself, just slow down and take your time. But yeah, these tip overs are serious things, and I'm glad your friend is okay as well. It happens in an instant. It's never happened to me. I've had a few moments where we say the pucker factor kicks in, and you're like, oh, you know, that was close. So it can be scary. So not only keeping weight on the back, as you mentioned there, Tommy, keep that loader low at all times, as low as you can keep it without scraping on the ground. Don't raise it up unless you absolutely have to. And if you're moving across your property, keep it really low. I keep mine, if it's full, I keep it like 6 inches, 8 inches off the ground. Always try to keep it below the hood. That's what I say. That's my little thing there. Emery also says you have a VCR. Used it about 10 times. We have a ton of VCR. Have you used it 10 times lately? Or 10 times in your life? I know you're a young man there, Emery, so a VCR is a pretty ancient piece of equipment. But yeah, so Emery's watching VHS tapes and eating chocolate ice cream. David White has a VCR DVD. Yeah, they make those combo units, right? That play tapes or DVDs. And Kevin's parents still have a VCR. Do they use it, though? Do they really use it? So, oh, that's right. Indie Tommy transfers video to DVD and digital. So you've got a line of VCRs. That's how I was in my video business. One of my favorite times being in the full-time video business, and some of you folks probably know this, that's what I did throughout the 1990s. I was full-time video guy. I would shoot weddings for people. I would transfer old home movies to videotape, the old 8mm movies. I would transfer audio cassettes to CD and duplicate VHS tapes. And that was, to me, really fun. I built a rack. I welded a rack that held 10 VCRs. And I bought these VCRs at BJ's or one of those big box stores, warehouse stores. 10 identical VCRs, wired them all up with a distribution amp. So you had the master tape and you record 10 copies of it. And I had one remote and I could hit record all at the same time. And then when it was over, I'd hit stop and then you hit eject and they'd all pop out. And it was a good time. I would have pallets delivered of VHS tapes. Pallets full. Crazy. And then a few years ago, maybe 10, I had about 50 VHS tapes in shrink wrap. I threw them away, threw them in a dumpster. Couldn't give them away. Couldn't sell them. Actually, I think I have a picture of that somewhere of me dumping the VHS tapes in the dumpster. It was the last time I ever touched a VHS tape for that purpose of recording. I've copied a few since then. We're going way off here. You know, we should get back to tractors. Did anybody answer Muhammad's question? Because you don't want to talk about VCRs too much, right? Why is this banner gone? Sorry for that. Sorry about that. Little cough there. I don't know why I had to turn the mic off, cough, and then tell you that I coughed. Not necessary. John, at school, they have a VHS camera recorder. You should. You should do a YouTube video on VHS. That would be really fun. If you can, John, my gosh, do it, my friend. Get the VHS camcorder. Make a Ritterbit will do video in VHS and then transfer it to digital. Call my friend Tommy if you can. But that would be so fun to say, today's episode is brought to you in VHS. That'd be so fun. Thank you, John, for being a teacher, by the way. It's National Appreciated Teacher Week. Gary has some eight tracks. I hated those. I hated the 8-track. Seemed like the worst idea ever. So, oh no, Gord, are you serious? You taped over your wedding video? Oh my gosh. Did you see the Everybody Loves Raymond episode about that? You had to have seen that episode. I love Everybody Loves Raymond. It was a show that I didn't even watch when it was on, but my wife and I have discovered it in all the reruns, and oh my gosh, it's like every time we watch it, we're like, that's us. That is us. And there's one episode where Raymond recorded over the wedding video, and it was hilariously painful. Gord, I feel your pain. I feel so bad for you. I hope that maybe your video was professionally done and the person would have a copy. I doubt it. I mean, I doubt that they would still have a copy after all these years. Yes, the little tab. Got to break off the little tab. Anyway, thanks for sharing that very heartfelt story, Gord. All right, people talking about tractors now. Imagine that on this channel. It's kind of fun sometimes to talk about different things, don't you think? I mean, we make videos about tractors, about outdoors, about projects around the property. But I feel like these live streams are a way to just get to know each other a little more personally. Like, you know, we don't have to talk about technical things like tractors all the time. So, anyway. Oh, Kevin's talking about GP's latest video about pressure washers. Yes, that was a great video. And something different than tractors, but a lot of us have pressure washers. So, Gord, that was great. And you always have good technical information, and I certainly appreciate that. So, hop on over to GP Outdoors after watching this video and check out his latest about the pressure washer. So, yes. All right. What else is going on here? What else is happening? Let me see if I have anything to note here. Not really. Again, the title of tonight's live stream, if you remember, is called Totally Unprepared. And this is Ed being totally unprepared. But if you have any questions about the channel, about anything at all, ask it in the comments, and I'll do what I can. Yes, Chris, thank you for noticing. The rumor that the drinking bird is on strike for a better beverage. Yeah, he's tired of water. Look, that's how far behind I am. I'm telling you, I got here 5 minutes before showtime, and I'm lucky to be here at all. I did not start the bird. His cup is a little bit dry, and but thanks for noticing that the bird is not moving. Yes, John, there are stickers, and I'm preparing to give them away. Can you guess what the term for tonight is going to be? Put it in the hashtag? Yeah. All right. Let's do the sticker giveaway. Let's do it. But I'm going to need you to let me step aside here for just a moment because I usually have the stickers right out in front of me. Remember, I was running late tonight. They're in this drawer over here, the drawer where I shared my personal story about wanting my own television show like Carol Burnett. Remember that live stream where I talked about that? The stickers are in that very drawer. So I'm going to duck out of frame and get the stickers. Talk amongst yourselves. They're in 3 different bags because we give away 3 stickers. Hope I don't regret that at some point because I'm running out of stickers quickly. But I think it's fun, you know. It's fun to get a sticker, but to get the whole collection, it's got to be fun. We've got the 3-inch sticker here. And these are supposed to be 5-inch. I guess they are if you measure from here to here. That one is black and white, monochromatic. This one's in full color. It's the same as the white, black and white one, only it's color. So, 3 stickers. Someone is going to win these stickers tonight. Let me go over the rules. You guys know the rules. The rules are if you have won the stickers in the past, please do not participate in the raffle. If you have not won the stickers in the past, please do participate in the raffle. Certain family members are excluded, so I reserve the right to reject any and all winners based on my own personal feelings. Not personal feelings about the family members. I won't be like, oh, I don't like them. So Emery only got 1 size. Emery won the stickers once. Was that back when I was not giving away 3 sizes? Sorry, Emery. Things change, I guess. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. If you won the stickers in the past, please don't participate because you will be disqualified from this entry. Other than that, I think you're fine as long as you're in the United States or Canada because I can ship them easily and inexpensively. If you're outside of those areas, I would prefer that you do not participate because I may not be able to send them to you. Here's what we're going to do, though. You're going to type a word. I'm going to tell you the word. If you've missed the last couple live streams, I have this new way of choosing a winner. It used to be we would do trivia, and then you had to come up with the right answer, and I'd pick the first person that I would see with the correct answer. And then, we'd go from there. But now, everybody has an equal chance to win because you're going to type something in the comments. This is only for the live stream, folks. If you're watching this in the replay, it's not going to work. This is for those in the live chat. You're going to type a word that I tell you in the comment section of the live chat, and then I have this app that's going to choose randomly one of the winners. I'm going to give you the word here, and you're going to type it in. Where is it? By the way, today is, if you missed the earlier part of the show, today is National Thank God It's Monday Day. How about that? So let's type in #Monday. Doesn't matter if you're the first one to type it or the last one. Everybody has an equal chance. If you type it 10 times, 9 of those 10 times are going to be disqualified, and you only have 1 chance to win. So only type it once, and don't hurry. Take your time. Spell it right because spelling counts. I don't know if it matters whether it's uppercase or lowercase. So type it all in lowercase. #Monday. That way we know that it'll match up. So, Emery, you spelled it wrong, man. Do it again. It's not Monday. So, take your time, Emery. Lowercase, spell it correctly, okay? You'll have time. You have time. Let me start capturing comments here. And then you can see. Let me share the screen, too. This is fun, isn't it? I think it's fun. I do want to talk about something after this, by the way, tractor related. So stick around after this because we have a few more minutes, and I do want to talk about my latest video. You want that screen bigger? I can do that. #Monday. you can see we have 14 entries. So you have a good chance of winning this tonight. Good chance. And, we have, how many people on right now? Looks like at least 40, about 42 people. It's a good turnout. It's about what we have each week, 40, sometimes 50 people. And a lot of people have won, so they're disqualified. So that means you're getting more and more of a chance to win. So that's good. Hashtag Monday, we've got 15 entries. Oh, thank you, Ross. Who's your guest? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I might need you to remind me that again. And I do want to talk about the video. So I see hashtag Monday, 15 entries. I think we're going to close out the entries because I think that's going to be about it. No, Mike, listen. Mike from AK Dad Stuff says, if I win, give them to John. Nope. We talked about this last week. John does not want any sympathy stickers. John wants to win this fair and square. So that's a nice offer, but John said he doesn't want them. Right, John? Have you changed your mind, John? All right, 15 entries. Let's draw this puppy and see who wins. Ready? It's exciting. Here we go. This is it. Who's it going to be? Whoa. The winner is... Who is it? Oh, it is AK Dad Stuff. How about that? I just talked about that. So listen, Mike, you're going to have to send me your address and win the stickers or take the stickers. Unless John says go ahead and send them to me. But look, everybody, that's funny, Emery. If John wins, I get them. All right. There you go. Well, congratulations, Mike, from AK Dad Stuff. Shoot me your... I don't know if I have your email address. I know you've been on the live stream a few times with us, but my email address is contactmcgtv@gmail.com. Contactmcgtv@gmail.com. You can also find that in the About section of my YouTube page. So, Mike, shoot me an email with your address, and I'll send some out to you. How about that? Congratulations, Mike. So, that's right, John. There'll always be a next time. That's right. That's right. Let's get rid of this screen. How about that? There we go. Back to me. So I want to talk about, I want to show you a little bit about the video. Let me talk about next week's guest, because who reminded me of that? Ross? I think it was Ross. I'm looking at comments just to see if I missed anything. Nice, nice, very nice, all good. So anyway, get this. I've been chatting with Mike Morgan a little bit on email. We've talked about having him come on the show, and we're trying to set it up. As you know, Mike is a busy guy, but has had a lot of exciting things happen in his life. Outdoors with the Morgans is the channel if you're not familiar with it, but I think everybody here probably is. But then again, we have some new viewers a lot of times who don't know, and it's nice to share other channels. And I always say, look at the live comments here, because a lot of these folks in the comments are content creators themselves. So if you see somebody in the comments, click on them, see if they have a channel, and see what they have to offer, because there's some good content out there. Anyway, Outdoors with the Morgans, Mike and Melissa Morgan have a great channel. They have just produced videos consistently, over 1,000 videos. I have so much respect for them because they are just incredibly hardworking, way harder working than I even want to be. Mike, I know, gets up. Now, he did retire from his job, and he works full-time on his channel, which is a lot of work. But previously, I know that he was working all day long, and then he would come home from work, and whatever daylight he had left, he would record some content. He would edit at 4 a.m., schedule the video to drop at whatever time of day. I don't know how you can be that organized, Mike, if you're watching, and Melissa. I think it's because of your partnership, and hopefully this will all work out, that you'll be with us next week and we can talk about this, because it takes a lot to run a household, and you've got a family there, and I know it's a lot. So I think you got a good team going there is my guess. I mean, because it's a lot of time. So there you go. There's the announcement for next week. And again, we're like there. Like, we emailed back and forth. He said, how about next week? I said, that sounds good. But, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't, like, I got to have the money in the bank before I actually say it's there. So I think this is pretty much in the bank. So come back next week and see if we get this all worked out. I'm very excited about it. I'm reading. Yes, Tommy, I do need a casino slot machine, but I can't really do sound effects easily with this program. That'd be good. There should be sounds with that one, don't you think? There is a way, like when you the way this works. I'm going to get technical again. The way that works is it's a web-based picker through StreamYard. So I'm sharing a Chrome tab, and you can share Chrome tabs with audio. So maybe I'll make that suggestion to StreamYard to add audio, and then if I share the audio from that tab, it'll come through. Great idea. Thank you, Indie Tommy Tips, for that tip. It's a good one, because they could put sound on it, and I could share the sound through there. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, John Travolta, that's right. Jersey guy, but he lives in Ocala, Florida now, I think. Spent some time in Ocala, pretty down there. Also, thank you, Tommy. Love the video from 2 days ago. That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Oh, there it is. I was going to share something with you. I wanted to show you the video from, when was it posted? Friday night? I got to try out a land plane. Everything Attachments land plane. My neighbor let me borrow it. If you haven't watched that video, go back and check it out. I think it's kind of fun to watch. It's nice and short, only 10 minutes or so. But I explained there about using the land plane, and you get to see me use it for the first time, really, and see what my experience is with it. As I said in the video, I never understood why you would want a land plane versus a box blade, because I thought a box blade was great for grading dirt, spreading dirt, and they are. But the land plane, what I found, has very different functionality. Very similar in some ways, very different in other ways. Bottom line is, the land plane is fantastic for driveway maintenance, for road maintenance, for finish work. I guess if you were to till up your front lawn or grade your front lawn, come back with that land plane and really flatten it out. It does make a difference. The box blade has similar construction, but as somebody pointed out in the comments, and I forgot to mention it in the video itself, the box blade has a back to it, so that when you're scraping with the box blade, it's capturing the dirt and it's holding it in the box. Whereas the land plane is open in the back, so the dirt is captured just for a short time. It builds up, and then it kind of spills over like a waterfall off the back, and then it lays the stone or dirt ever so gently as you plane along. So it's a neat tool. I really, really like it. So thank you to my neighbor for letting me borrow that. Thank you, neighbor. I've been compared to Fred Rogers in the past, which is a compliment. So anyway, thank you, neighbor, for letting me borrow that land plane. I really appreciated it. And I only got to use it that one time. He let me hold it here for a couple days, and I hit the driveway, like 10 times, but all was in one night. So if I use it, if I were to use it again, I'll make it better and better with it. Good question, Hacksman. Do you need a pilot's license for a land plane? As I said in my comments, I still can't land a plane, but I can plane the land. I have a pilot's license, by the way. Not what you would think. I have a drone pilot's license. And for those of you who have drones, and if you use them on YouTube, you're supposed to have a license. Very interesting. I took the test. My license is actually due for renewal, so I have to test again. I don't know if it matters, but it makes you feel good to know that you have the drone pilot's license. That's what I was going to show you on here. The little segment where I followed the tractor with the drone, and let me play that for you. Right? I'll cue it up. That's what I'm doing now. I'm queuing. I think right there would be good. Want to watch a little bit of it with me? Can we watch it together? Why not, right? Here we go. Oh, I just hit take it away. There we go. It's back. Can you hear that? So you see a lot of drone shots here. That's a drone shot following the automatic tracking with the drone. That is a tripod shot from the front end loader. And next is going to be a handheld shot hanging over the back. I didn't use the GoPro or anything. I don't have a GoPro, I have something else, but I just hold the camera and do the shots multiple times. And there's some more drone shots here that I thought were fun. Tripod shot. It's like the director's got drone shot. Like that low, I had the drone as low as it would go and tracking the back. I'm also controlling it while I'm driving. And that's, of course, a drone shot. Of course. Before I move the cars. That's a drone shot where I drive right under it. You know what? I wanted to get... Let me stop that a second. I so wanted to get this to go through the ROPS, but I just couldn't get it. Right there. I so wanted the drone to be low enough and go through the ROPS, but in order to do that, I'd have to turn off the sensors. It has sensors that if it has an obstacle, it'll move out of the way. And that was the problem. If I left the sensors on and tried to drive under it, it would see the top of my head, and then it would try to rise up, and I was afraid it would rise up and hit the ROPS. So I turn off the sensors. I could do it, but I'm not ready yet, and I don't want to sacrifice my drone, which is a brand new DJI Air 2S. But I really would have liked to have the drone go right through the ROPS. Wouldn't that be cool? But this was close enough. I had it right over the top. Fun, right? And then this is a low shot where I just have it coming up, and then it was hard to control, and it sort of steered to the tractor, and I was able to use the shot. And that's a tripod shot. I don't think that's the drone. Okay, here are a couple. Anyway, there it is. Did you guys watch the video in its entirety? Did you like it? I hope you did. Yeah, I'm looking here. Let me get rid of that. Anyway, thanks for watching that video if you did. It was a fun one to make, and again, thank you to my neighbor for letting me borrow that Everything Attachments land plane. That is a well-made piece of equipment. I don't have anything to compare it to, but it was certainly heavy duty. So I know that Land Pride makes a land plane. They call it something else. They call it a land grader or something like that, but they don't call it a land plane. Hey, Ross, you've got your drone license. Good for you. And I don't know if it's different. I don't know what the rules are. That's funny, Derek. Is a land plane better than an airboat? I don't know if a pilot's license for a drone is different in Canada and United States, but I did learn a few things, and it's good just reminders. Things like obviously the 400-foot limit. You can't fly above 400 feet. One thing that's interesting about drones, I'll share this with you. I live, as you may know, if you don't know, you'll know in just a second. I live in southern New Jersey, and I'm within a certain radius of Wilmington, Delaware. In fact, we can be in Delaware. We used to go to Delaware all the time for tax-free shopping, but it's a lot of traffic over there, so I really haven't been there for quite a while. But anyway, this is interesting, and no politics here, but I'm telling you, when the president flies to his home in Wilmington, a certain radius of airspace gets shut down for VIP travel. And so when the president is in town in Delaware, I can't fly my drone around my home or within this radius. DJI has software that communicates with the FAA, and it just says cannot take off, and it'll say VIP travel or whatever. But they actually shut down the airspace, and I can't even take that thing off. Like, I'd like to be able to fly it even 20 feet high, but you can't. You're just shut down. The airspace is shut down. That's true of all airplanes, everything. Nothing flies when the president is in town. I ran into that up in northern New Jersey too, because the former president had in the Bedminster place, and I didn't ever fly my drone up there, but I was talking to a photographer, and he was telling me that they would shoot weddings, and a lot of times they couldn't get drone shots of the weddings because when the president's in town, this whole area, the airspace is shut down. So I think that's fascinating. It seems like it's overkill, but they take security seriously, and I respect that. But it can be frustrating when you want to fly your drone. There's a question from John Ritter: can you go over 400 feet over your own property? No, John, you cannot. You cannot go over 400 feet. That is the legal limit. One thing you'll learn if you take the drone pilot's test. I bought the study guide from what's it called? Ground school. I should say it because it was a good one. Drone Pilot Ground School. I think that's what it was. That doesn't sound right, but it was something like that. I took the study course, studied it for several weeks. They had practice tests in there, and I passed the test on my first try. But it was kind of a bit intense. But 400 feet is the limit. You'll have sometimes, if you're in a certain area, if the airport is nearby, you may find a 200-foot limit, and that's all in this air map that you can get. But I've never done this, but the regulations allow you to fly above 400 feet. It's 400 feet above the structure that you're flying around. So let's say you have a 20-story building. That's 200 feet tall, right? I don't get this, but the rule is you can fly 400 feet above that if you're within, 500 feet radius of that structure. So you technically could fly 600 feet over that building. If you are over a radio or TV tower, same thing. If you're within so many feet, and I don't want to quote it, but I think it's 500, so many feet of that tower, you can fly 400 feet above the top of that tower. So I think that's fascinating. The other thing is that if you hear any aircraft in the area, they have the right of way. So I get nervous about that because around here we have crop dusters. And those things, I don't know how high they fly, but they fly low. I know that. So anytime I'm flying up around, and if I hear a helicopter or a small single-engine plane, I drop the drone, down to as low as I can. As low as I can would be the ground, but you know what I mean. Maybe 200 feet or so, 100 feet. Anyway, you're also not supposed to the drone should never leave your sight. You have to have line of sight all the time. You're not even supposed to fly behind a tree or a building and lose sight of that drone. You're supposed to have line of sight. And if you don't have that, you're supposed to have a spotter and a visual, whatever it is, and that person should be on the backside of the building with communication, and so they can see it at all times. You're supposed to maintain visual line of sight. Very interesting. A lot of people, don't. The rules are there for a reason. But anyway, did you hear me lose my train of thought right there? Did you see it happen? It happened live. Ed lost his train of thought right in front of everybody. Because, why? Because I was trying to talk and read at the same time. There are a lot of interesting rules about drones. And I actually, as much as I hate taking tests, I kind of look forward to retesting. You have to retest every 2 years to renew your remote pilot's license, it's called. It's not called a drone license. It's called a remote pilot's license. But I kind of feel rusty on a lot of those things. So I, in a way, look forward to relearning it or bringing it back. I just don't like taking tests. Never did. I get kind of tensed up, kind of stressed out. So, hey, MJA is back. I'm sorry, Mitch. I didn't know you left. I can't see all the comments as well. That's interesting, John, right, about the crows. I have flown my drone, and we have turkey buzzards, and I don't know if they're sparrows, but there are some birds that are very curious, and they're kind of dive bombing this drone. So you got to be careful. And I love that video, John, that you did, that Ritterbit Will Do did, of the, what was it, a porcupine in the tree? That was fascinating to me. How many times have I said fascinating tonight? A lot, right? Yeah, porcupine in a tree. Would have never thought of that. So, is that true? Texas ranching, if you were over the Empire State Building, you could go 1,600 feet high with a drone. Yeah, I wonder. There's probably in New York City, there's a no-fly zone anyway in that area. I don't know, but is that theoretical or is that actually true? Like, do you know people have done that? Yes, porcupine in a tree. Good video. All right, folks. So we're going to wrap up the show here in just a moment. Do you guys have anything else that we need to talk about? I have some projects coming up. Tell me this. Think about this. You know, I know that the tractor videos are the most popular videos that I put out because a lot of you folks have compact tractors. So, but I really had wanted to do some more things around the property. And I just talked about John Ritter and the porcupine in the tree. John, I like what you're doing with your channel. You know, you're doing some family stuff, and I enjoyed the video with the girls and the bunny rabbit that you caught in your garden, and just seeing you spend time with your children. It was just kind of fun to watch, and I like that. And I'd like to do more, not necessarily like that, but just different things around the property. Now, I have a tractor shed. I probably will be recording this shortly, but I have a lean-to off the back of the garage where my B2601 lives, and it's been living on a dirt floor since it was new a couple years ago. I am going to get concrete poured in that shed, but I'm also going to do some work to make it better, like the door is messed up. You've seen the video where I'm trying to open the door in 2 inches of snow and I can't even get it open. So I'm going to change that door. Are you interested in that? Would you like to see any of those projects as they go along? You know me, I'll try and make it as entertaining as I can, but does that interest you at all? Tell me. You can be honest. I guess it'll interest some people. So thank you. Thank you for that. Ross saying definitely branch out. We need to expand our content. That's right. And try to keep it, within the content. David White is asking, how's the kids' garden doing? I have a small garden. Have I talked about that? I do have a small garden started here, and I didn't show any content of planting the garden, and I kind of should have. Out in the front field where we planted sunflowers last year and Indian corn, I tried it again this year. So I rototilled up a big area. I planted the sunflowers and the Indian corn in a different configuration than last year. Last year, it's kind of an S shape, and I had sunflowers at the top of the S and Indian corn at the bottom of the S. So this year, I did sunflowers like on the outside of the S and Indian corn on the inside of the S. So they basically cover the whole area. Anyway, I stuck them in the ground about a week ago. We had tremendous rain, which was really nice. And those little buggers are like 2 inches tall now. Really exciting to see that. So maybe I'll do a little content on that. This word, MRMIZL, bees. Anyway, I have the one video about the bees, and as I've said before, it's probably still my favorite video. My sister is the beekeeper. She doesn't live here, but she keeps the bees here, and she comes by and checks on them. And she said herself we should do an updated video because she certainly has learned more about bees, and she does a great job. So I enjoy the bees. So Hacksman says a welding video. Yep, I did some welding, and sometimes I don't feel qualified to do a how-to video. I guess it would be how I do it, which doesn't always mean it's right, but I can do it, and I do like welding. A lot of times I just don't have a project to weld as much as I'd like to. What else? Yes, different ideas. Thank you, Gary. Good. Well, I'll start putting them out, and you guys keep watching, and that's that's what tells me what you like. It's what tells YouTube what you like. And the shed makeover, yeah, good. I think that'll be fun. I've got a guy lined up to pour the concrete here in the next couple weeks. I'm going to get out there maybe after work, see if I can pull a Mike Morgan and do some content after work if I'm not too tired. I will not be getting up at 4 a.m. to edit, probably ever in my life. I'm just going to say that right now. 4 a.m. is like not even, like the world doesn't even exist at 4 a.m. as far as I'm concerned. So I will not be editing at 4 a.m. But we'll see what happens with that. Yep, I think. Oh, Da Shark likes building projects. Very nice. Good. Yeah, I think you'll like what I'm going to do there with the shed. I want to make it, an actual usable shed, either like a little shop. Because again, when you have a shed with a dirt floor, it's not good for much. I can tell you that. I've been parking the tractor. At least I have parked it on plywood, which I threw this plywood down 2 years ago when it was a used piece of plywood, not used but old. It was probably a $30 sheet of plywood. Now, $100, right? And the tractor's just sitting on plywood in the dirt, and it keeps the moisture from coming up. So the plywood is probably rusting away. So Derek gets up for work at 3:30 a.m. God bless Derek Lincoln. That is awful to me. Some people are good at that, but I don't like that. Who's Your Helpers has a good garden video right now. All right, that's a good one to check out. Go check out Who's Your Helpers. Jason over there. Appreciate that. Yep. Okay. Got that. All right, look, we're overtime again. We always go over by a couple minutes. I love chatting with everybody. I love giving the stickers away. I think that's a lot of fun, and I hope I get to come up with some more interesting content. But otherwise, I really, really appreciate that you folks come here on a Monday night and spend your evening with me and with each other, and we have a pretty consistent number of people watching. A lot of times it's the same people, which I like to see. It's fun to get together. It's like a little reunion of friends every Monday night. But I also love it when I see some new names pop up, and I just want to say that if you're new to the channel, I am really glad you're here. And I don't say that just as a catchphrase. I mean it. I'm really glad you're here. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you feel so inclined, give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. So until then, I will catch you next week. Definitely next week, hopefully with our guest. Don't know if I'll get a video out this week. I'm working on some different things, so hopefully something will come out. But anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, and I really look forward to seeing you next time.